And we're live right now. This is another one of our direct line interviews right here. We really appreciate everybody for checking in and rocking with us over here at K-100 Radio, man. Big ups to everybody checking us out on Instagram Live. Shout out to everybody checking us out live right here on Facebook Live. What's going on, Facebook crew? All right, so this is a little bit different. Not really too different because we talk to all kinds of people over here at K-100 Radio. We talk to, like I said, artists, producers, everything. And we also talk to people who run really great platforms. Now, right here on the line with me, I've got Janiro. Janiro, what's going on, man? He's one of the organizers of the SCA Awards, man. What's happening, bro? Welcome to the broadcast.
What's up, what's up?
Man, chilling, man.
Man,
Chilling.
I appreciate you having me on, man, most definitely.
Well, first of all, man, I want you to go ahead and just formally introduce yourself to the people, man. Tell everybody who you are real quick, if you don't mind.
Yo, what's up, K-100 Radio? My name is Janiro, one of the co-founders of the Southern Entertainment Awards.
All right, one of the co-founders of the SCA Awards, man. And you guys, listen. I told Janiro this before. Now, I don't know if when we first met, because I think the first time we met was at an event down in Georgia S.E.A had, and that's the first time I had physically met you. And that was the first time. Was that the first time you met, or was that after the SCA Awards?
That was after the SEA.
After the SCA Awards, okay. That was the time that I think I told you though. That for years I had been trying to I had been wanting to be on the SCA Awards for years. I had actually tried to get people to nominate me before years before as an artist and everything, and it kind of came full circle, and we ended up being nominated for Radio Station of the Year, and we actually made it last year 2016, and it was really a great thing for me because it was one of the award shows that I watched from afar. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, when you're in places like Atlanta or other cities, you have, Atlanta has a lot of award shows going on, more than most, to be honest with you. There's always some kind of award
right.
for independent artists too, not just majors. Like for indies, there's a lot of award shows for indies here in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And so when you hear, you're watching and and you kind of look, not to discredit any other award show, but sometimes you kind of look outward and say, okay, well, let me see what other places, recognize. And I felt like for years, you guys recognized a lot of people that was from Atlanta, in Atlanta, from Florida. I felt like you guys was recognizing a lot of people for years from all over, not just your local area. You feel what I'm saying? And so I was like, man, I really thought that was a really dope platform and a really dope award show. And I knew several people who was really working and really grinding that really, deserved it. So I felt like you guys were kind of also getting it right. So the history, how long is there? What year are we now with the SCA Awards? What year is it?
We're in our 14th year.
14 years of doing anything in the music industry is consistency and is not guaranteed by a long shot. But something like an award show, doing something like this for 14 years, man, I know you guys have seen it all and know from the good to the bad to the ugly. But I just want to say that, I was literally trying to be a part and be, a nominee or something with the SEA Awards before I ever was. And your grind and your consistency, it's there, bro. Like, just from one man to another, like, this is not because we won. But like I told you, I remember telling you, I was like, look, before I even got nominated for K-100 Radio as an artist, I was like, yeah, I want to get one of those awards because I felt like you guys just really did it right. You know what I'm saying? And I had actually been to one.
Thank you.
I had actually been to one a long time ago when my homie Blood Raw was nominated years ago. You feel what I'm saying? And you definitely didn't know me then. That time I didn't even speak. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, you definitely didn't know me then. I was just observing then. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was the homie, and you know what I'm saying? Right. I kind of just rolled up, and I was like fly on the wallish, just checking out everything, but I liked it then. You know what I'm saying? So, 14 years, man. Just tell me real quick, give me some of the highlights and lows of 14 years of doing SCA Awards, man.
14 years, over the past 14 years, one of the highlights and lows has been technology and learning to adapt with how technology has changed so much. 14 years ago, there was no Snapchat, there was no Instagram. People were barely on Facebook. I mean, people were on MySpace, probably Black Planet, College, the college websites and different things like that, but it was hand-to-hand flyers getting that information out about any event to people that way. So it was, oh, we got to drive everywhere, to pass flyers out or mail flyers to this mom and pop shop. So in 14 years, all that has changed. There's not as many mom and pop shops out there to where we can pass flyers out or drop flyers off, which, a lot of artists can say, man, where can we go drop CDs off at? It's definitely has changed a lot.
Yeah, I would imagine so. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my thing is, now is it easier now? Like, oh, which era was better to you? Is it better now with social media? Obviously, it's easier to get the word out, but of course, then you have, a flood of other people doing kind of the same thing, and is people can kind of get the cheat codes. And I guess it would be the same thing as like artists. You feel what I'm saying? Like, back in the day when you really had to go out there and put your money up and really have a budget to even get any kind of a dent, because you had to have money for posters, CDs, and travel and all that. Without all of that, it kind of weeded out a lot of the BS. But now, I imagine everybody who just want to throw any kind of show together could just get the word out there and just put it up on Facebook and create it, and it's here. So which era was better, I guess, for the SCA Awards?
It's a give and take with each eras, but I prefer the era of going out passing out flyers. I really do. Like you said, it weeded out so much other stuff. It made sure that people that really wasn't supposed to be in it wasn't in it, because now you got people pop up with shows and a year later it's gone, but everybody flocks to it.
Right.
Because it's the new thing now.
Now listen, man. Look. You know I am, bro. You know what I'm saying. We may not agree on every single thing, but we will agree on a lot of stuff about the grind. You feel me? And we both, via social media and stuff. I kind of can see that, just your mind frame about a lot of this stuff. I totally agree with. You feel what I'm saying? So I was expecting for you to give that answer. To be honest with you, I was like, I know what he's gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Because and to be truthful with you, bro, I get it. I get why you would say that, because back then, 10 years ago, well, not even 10 years ago. That's too far back. Let me say 6 years ago, I guess, maybe 6, 7 years ago. But you could go back as far as 10 if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, the SCA Awards was just seemed so much bigger, and that was because you didn't have as many other award shows out. You feel what I'm saying? And it's not to knock anybody, but it's just the fact that to be able to, in that era, you feel what I'm saying, for me to hear about you and for me to see all the other people that I rock with in the industry back then, who was like, man, SCA Awards, that's the best awards, you know what I'm saying, hands down, blah, you know what I'm saying? It was like a given. Like, that was the one. That was like the mecca for the independent artists in the Southeast. It was what it was, period, point blank. And I felt that way. And then, of course, you see other people come up, and, some people have had success with their award shows. But I guess now, what keeps you guys going right now in 2017? 14 years later, besides the love and the general loving what you're doing, what keeps you guys going?
Because we still get people like yourself who aspire to win a Southern Entertainment Award. We get people that still want to network and build relationships with people that a lot of times they're unable to do at any other event for various reasons. But we keep it going because there's a certain drive and passion of people who come to our event not only to be a part of it. So it's more than just about a trophy. It's more than just about, winning something. It's about building and being a part of something bigger than, a piece of hardware.
All right. Well, I like my hardware, by the way. Good hardware. I actually like my hardware from the S.E.A. I did. You know what I'm saying? It's really nice. you guys are again or the SCA Awards. You know what I'm saying? And it's always been bigger than just local. I think that's probably why one of the main things about you guys that I kind of noticed off top. It's an even though I have seen artists from outside of the Southeast attend and maybe win awards. It's like you made it a regional award more so than a state or a city award. And I think they had a lot of, I don't know, I'm asking you, did they have a lot to do with the way you guys were marketing it and maybe the success of it?
Yeah, because initially when we first started, we wanted to start small. So we actually focused on only targeting 3 cities, and that was Atlanta, Memphis, and Nashville. And we did that because each one of those cities have strong musical reaches in the industry just as a whole.
Right.
And they're close proximity to one another. So we wanted to nurture the music culture in each one of those cities and celebrate it as well, in hopes of it spreading out from there. So we started on the city level, and we did categories for each individual city and winners for each one of those 3 cities. So starting off, we probably had over 80, 90 categories just starting off. And then we funneled it in and to include a couple other cities, but then we opened it up to just cover states and then the South. So it was very tactical.
Right. But I guess over the years you've evolved, and like you said, you weeded it down and you kind of narrowed everything down and you kind of understand now, what it takes. After 14 years, I mean, you guys get it right. You've done this, and I haven't been following you from the jump, but was it always at Tunica? Was it always at the resort? Because I didn't know y'all at the very early stages, not the whole time.
Not at all. The first 2 years we actually held it here in Nashville, Tennessee. After that, we moved to Tunica. So we did do it in Tunica on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th year, I believe. And then the 7th, 8th, or 9th, somewhere around there, we did it in Memphis. And then we did the 10th one back in Nashville for kind of like a 10th anniversary. And we've been back in Tunica ever since. Tunica really is just more so like it's common ground for a lot of people, but the ground isn't claimed, whereas if you do it in a certain city, you almost feel obligated, or people in that city feel entitled that you should cater to them. So if we did it in Atlanta,
right.
People would feel that we owe Atlanta XYZ. If we do it in Memphis, people in Memphis would feel that we owe them XYZ from an artist standpoint of people performing or people being nominated. So, Tunica's neutral ground.
Actually, I like that. The actual idea. It's 6 hours from the city, but you know what I'm saying. I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying. Like I said, I enjoyed it when I went. You feel me? Give me real quick, and I want to ask you about this year's SCA Awards specifically, and we're going to talk about what you guys have actually coming up this year, performers and everything. Give me, honestly, Janiro, give me right now some of the horror story. Give me 1 or 2 horror stories dealing with the SCAs. Like it could be about an artist who felt like they were Beyonce and they just simply aren't, and spazzing out. And give me something that's happened and you're like, bruh, 17 years, this was the craziest shit right here. 14 years, this was the craziest shit right here. Go ahead.
I think, we haven't had a lot of horror stories or anything, but, we did have an incident with the TMI boys. But, other than that, you get a lot of artists or talent that get in their feelings in regards to, how come I'm not nominated? I should be on that ballot, or, when they don't know the process. So I've, over the years started to be a little better at how I address that, because I'm very vocal on certain things, like the SEA is your baby. So if someone attacks your baby, you got to go defend it.
Right, yeah.
So instead of, coming at them a certain way, it's more so, what don't you know? And do you know how the nomination and voting process runs? and then maybe we can work from there. But one of the biggest horror stories is, people don't attend events unless they're nominated or performing.
Obviously.
It doesn't matter if it's ours or anybody else's.
Right.
And that's very vain. It's very selfish, and you don't grow that way when you don't support what you want to support you. That's kind of ass backwards.
Right, exactly, yeah. I mean, there's people like, and then just with this show with K-100 Radio, it's like, well, they ain't playing my shit, so why am I tuning in or why am I sharing? Being a platform is a platform, bro. We all have these similar issues and growing pains and stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Like we all have that crap. You know what I'm saying? So I think that kind of is universal across the gambit with anything dealing with independent artists and music and stuff like that. It is just gonna be like that, and people are just like that.
Oh yeah.
So real quick though, just so we're clear, what is the nomination process? What is the criteria that you get? That you search for in order to put somebody's name on your ballot? If you can break that down real quick.
So I'm going to do it real easy. And I'm going to start off by saying we don't put anybody on our ballot.
Okay.
We don't do it. Now, the way the nomination process runs, and you have to forgive me, I'm driving, picking my boys up from school. But the nomination process runs annually from May 1st to August 15th at SouthernENTAwards.com, and anybody can go to that website and nominate anybody that they want to in either of the 32 categories.
Right.
At the end of that process, so at the end of August, we're calculating all of the nominations received up by category. The top 15 people in each category by the number of nominations makes the ballot. So that means there is no board, there is no panel that determines who's nominated. Your fans, your friends, your family, your associates, your business partners, anything of that nature can nominate you or anybody else they choose to.
Now, the selection process,
and
is that the same
most
as well?
wins.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Because therein lies a lot of times I've seen with award shows where some people feel like that's the problem with some of them. Like some people feel like there should be, it can go both ways. You can have it where there's a selection board in the committee, and then you get a whole bunch of people just picking their friends or people that they know, and then other people that actually may be more deserving get left out. Then you have it where if there is the people kind of choose, that you can get a cat with like super garbage music, but he's really popular. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll get an artist that says, well, okay, you know what I'm saying, we may not have we may not have as many people online, you know what I'm saying, following us like that, but we've got the real music and the real grind. How do you balance that? You feel what I'm saying? Like you have, like if you see and of really great artists and they got people nominating them, they just don't have, because you see it all the time. Popular people can be whack. Let's just be clear. That's what I feel. You can be popular and whack. You know what I'm saying? At what you do. Period. Point blank. I don't care what anyone says. You can be popular and whack. I'm not one of these, if it's popping, then it must be good type people. No. It could be popping and still be horrible, because some people like horrible shit. You know what I'm saying? So how do you balance that? Like how do you say, okay, this guy, like say somebody wins and they're like, you literally listen to their music and you're like, holy shit, we finna get this guy a rap artist of the fucking year. You know what I'm saying? And he sucks. You know what I'm saying? What do you do?
I'll say this. Over the past 13 years, we have not had that dilemma, because when you got 10, 15 people in a category spread out throughout the entire South, then what we've seen is that the winner would have won anyways, no matter who else was on the ballot. Like, people can't tell me Yo Gotti is garbage. People can't tell me B.O.B. didn't deserve Song of the Year with haters back in the day, because history has proven that the DJ Dramas, the DJ Screams, the DJ Chuck T's, who was killing the mixtape game, K-100 Radio, all of those individuals, and Drummer Boy for being nominated and winning Producer of the Year, people can't say that, oh, they got it wrong with that person.
Right.
Now, also, granted that there are people that are on the ballot who they would say, I haven't heard of such and such. Okay, we try to put all their social media contact or a link to their social media. Go check that person out. There's people who won't even check someone out. They just feel that they're more deserving just because they feel that they are more deserving.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Listen, bro.
Now,
most definitely.
We right. We went through some categories like what we will do is we will spot check categories on, okay, this person isn't an artist. Their friends just put them in this category to see but they're not an artist.
Right.
They're, a manager, or they're a producer, or they're a model, not an artist.
Right.
So we or this person isn't on the radio, which is why we take 2 to 3 weeks, to release that information. But the ballot starts shaping up around the 1st of August by your top tier people, just because of the quantity of nominations that come in. So we can start combing through the ballot, in the first week of August.
Okay.
Which is why that process is 3 months. But is anything perfect? No. But we try to keep our hands off it as much as possible. Then that way we don't run into a situation where someone's, that person paid to get on the ballot.
Right.
Or they're working, that this person is working with this person, so they're on the ballot. No, we don't even deal with that.
Okay.
And artists that want my advice on management or anything, I tell them, if I'm managing you or if I'm working directly with you, you can no longer be nominated for Southern Entertainment Awards because that's unethical.
So you got ethics. Ethics in indie award shows. The nerve of these guys. Seriously. Because there was an award show here in Atlanta, and I'm cool with the people who did it, man. But the actual people that actually work with the person who throw it won like Artist of the Year, and it was like, and everybody was sitting here looking like, and it kind of really fucked up the validity of the award show. I'll be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? And everybody was like, from that year, like that next year, I saw a lot of people like, man, fuck that award show. I ain't how they gonna get an artist, his artist, and you know what I'm saying, won Artist of the Year and Song of the Year, and it's like that turned a lot of people off. So I definitely think that the notion of you guys not, having somebody that you actually represent literally be on the ballot is actually a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if they really deserve it, I don't know how I would feel about leaving them off if they really, really, really grinding and they got the buzz. But I've seen that totally go wrong.
We kind of got to because people perceive that. So say, for example, just I'm gonna put this out there. My wife models.
Right.
Now, when we first started dating, 6 years ago, it was like, hey, baby, you can't be nominated for one of our model categories. And she's like, why not? I was like, well, we're together. And it wouldn't come across right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She was like, all right. But, she definitely understands it.
Yeah. All right. So let's jump into, let's see. K-100 Radio. We're live right now. We're talking with Janiro, one of the organizers and founders of the SCA Awards. 14 years in the game, man. Won a really great award show. I've been twice, you know what I'm saying? I've been, just as a spectator, and I actually went as a nominee last year. It was really great. I'm really, really, really trying my best to hopefully to make it up there this week. I really want to go, you know what I'm saying? It's a really great set. Tunica, nice little resort up there. Neutral ground, as Janiro said it, you know what I'm saying? And, I just think it's a really well put together award show. They actually go all out. It's a nice venue. You know what I'm saying? Everything is cool, and I really like it. So I wanted to bring them on and talk to you guys about it because it's this week. Festivities start on, I think, Friday, right?
Actually, we got an artist showcase in Memphis on Thursday at the Prohibition Lounge, and then everything else segues into the Resorts Casino in Tunica, Mississippi, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
All right, so let's see. So tell me about, let me see, we've got, I'm looking at some of the images that I got. I'm flashing them across the screen real quick. So I see the roster Friday.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, Friday. We've got 7 to 10 p.m. We've got the quarter Indie Artist Showcase, 8 to 9 p.m. halftime MC battle. All right, then the screening room, Indie Film Theater. Saturday, we've got Money, Master Your Hustle. That's a panel, I'm assuming. Saturday from 2 to 3 a.m. Power, another panel. how to make a name in this game. From 4 to 7, respect, which is a beat battle. I didn't know you guys had that. Did y'all have one of those last year? Because I totally missed it. If you did, I did not see that.
No, no,
Okay.
we did not.
All righty,
we
yeah.
added that in because
Okay.
we get a lot of producers wanting to, showcase their tracks and music and
Right.
network with the artists.
Right. Okay. All right. And then 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. again on Saturday, another screening room, indie film theater. Then we have Sunday, day of, which is 12 to 2 p.m. The meetup, which is a brunch. Then from 4 to 6, the 14th annual Southern Entertainment Awards. All right, hosted by Solo the Come Up Kid, the Streets 94.5. There is a dress code. All right, don't pull up to the SCA Awards.
That dress code is real too.
Yeah, it is.
Tell 'em.
It is. I came prepared. I'm like, look. I mean, the mere fact that you do that though is just something that just sets you guys apart. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, I mean, let's be honest, the award shows. Well, I take that back. The Source Awards was like whatever the fuck you want to do. But some of the more prestigious award shows, and I feel like you guys want to be the more prestigious award show of the independent, artists, and I get that and I understand it. So apropos, you guys want to have a dress code. You feel me? And I understand that totally. Yeah, like for me it makes sense. But have you found that to be a problem where people literally don't want to come because of that? And then again, it's probably the people that you don't want there anyway. But has that dress code been an issue with you guys, considering you're dealing with hip hop and rappers and cats who just feel like really it's not that serious?
To be honest, over the years, as we've moved to a zero tolerance on our dress code policy, even for people performing, like you could perform in whatever you want, but you got to change clothes right back into your suit or whatever. We've had people literally start posting their outfits on social media, going all out, trying to figure out what suit, they're going to wear or what dress. People are really putting some thought into the outfits that they wear for SEA weekend. And again, we're only asking people to dress up for the award ceremony. Now, last year, I did have to turn a few people away, but they didn't argue. They didn't fuss. They respected it.
Nice. I was like, when I was there, I was like, if somebody drives, like for me, if I come from Atlanta and I don't know how much y'all display it but since we're Facebook friends, I see that kind of stuff all the time. So maybe I'm thinking maybe if I drove from somewhere 6 hours and I come and I'm coming to support the event and I got tennis shoes on and I spent money for my hotel and my gas and my car and now you telling me I can't get in. You know what I'm saying? It's like in case I missed the memo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that part. But to anyone that has pre-registered or anyone that visits our website, anyone that visits our website or anybody that sees one of our flyers, it is in their face. For registration, we try to send an email out weekly to anybody that has registered. So it catches the new people that register and the previous registries as well. Now, if someone just popped up, didn't know about the event and everything, we're going to have a talk and let them know. Now, granted, they would only be coming up on Sunday if they drove all that way. But if they're there Friday and Saturday, they would have known, and they're given time to go to the mall and get an outfit.
Okay, all right. So, and I just had it on the screen a minute ago. I'm gonna put it back on there. I was just gonna name some of the films. I see The Color Green. My homie Mecca, he's got his. That's Friday. Eddie's got it also on Saturday. I see The Invisible. From the Rough is another one, starring Taraji P. Henson, all right, and Michael Clark Duncan, all right. Also, The Cycle, all right. What made you guys want to? I understand, since a lot of artists don't understand just how tied in music and movies is. Like nobody watches silent movies really anymore. Even though I see one called Silent Film. I was going to ask you about that, but people need music and sound and everything, and a lot of artists just fail to realize that's where the real money is at. Living in Atlanta with the film industry coming down here and spending billions of dollars a year now, you seeing all these other opportunities and production companies pop up here. So, you're seeing it more and more in Atlanta. So, this is kind of like becoming like a little Hollywood here. And so, you got all these different opportunities. But having this film screenings and stuff is something that I think is an important part of what you guys are doing. But what made you guys want to jump into that? Have y'all been doing that from the gate? But I know you have since I've been really checking you guys out. But what made you do that?
Not at all. Last year, we introduced a portion of film with the International Black Film Festival. And I've always wanted to incorporate film, but as I've been looking and researching and studying film even more, there is a huge need for the film and the music relationship bridge to be stronger on the independent side of things, because there are a lot of filmmakers looking for music, but they don't know where to get that music from. So with us being a platform and having the ability to, we're trying to bring people together to create even more opportunity for the artists and the filmmakers, directors and producers.
You know, though, but I mean, I agree with what you're saying, Janiro, and then we're gonna ask you a couple more questions. We're gonna wrap it up. But you know, my thing with that is, I just can't see how, with all the music, all the platforms, all the ways that independent artists are out here, all these different places, even if we start counting the ones that you can quote unquote consider legit, like you guys, and there's so many, I just can't see why there is a gap. Like, all of this freaking music out here, like, I can't even understand why. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like me, I did 2 years ago, I did the score for a movie, Faking, right? And it wasn't even about, it was easy for me to get music for that. I had to turn away a lot of great music in order, because the movie's only so long. You feel me? For me, and just doing that role, doing that score, and being the music supervisor and doing the sound for that, it was like, yo, I don't understand why all these independent film, even though at some point they all do end up getting music from somewhere, but I'm like, there's so much other great music. I'm trying to figure out why that divide exists, because we got all these great platforms where people can listen to music so easily, and it's so easy to just build a website and just kind of, you know, even if you put a gatekeeper or a filter in it, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand that, but I'm glad you guys are actually addressing that, because to me, I'm just like, yo, why is that? Why is it so hard for people to, because I hear filmmakers, independent filmmakers say it's kind of hard, and don't get me wrong, being as though I actually did music supervision on the project before, I understand the hard part of, well, yeah, that song is good, but can we get the rights to the song? Like, they don't know that producer, they don't know, they just jacked the beat off YouTube, it's got samples in it, you feel me, and a whole bunch of other crap that reasons why you can't use a song that you actually think is perfect for the scene. But I still think the divide is just really crazy and unnecessary, considering where we're at right now in music and film.
It is, you're absolutely right. It's one of the weirdest divides I've ever seen. I sat on a music and film panel with the music supervisor from Hustle and Flow, and you know, we were kind of talking. You know, our talk carried beyond the panel as to some of the quarrels of getting that music. Yeah, it's the rights, or it's being able to contact the artist, or the music supervisors may not know of events such as the Southern Entertainment Awards, or where to get a lot of this music, because some of these music supervisors on these films, especially the larger films, they're these 60, 70, 80-year-old white men that may not know much about the urban culture.
Right. That's the problem right there. Let's just say it. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. Now, on the independent film side of it, we're talking about students coming out of college, and they're so focused on their film work and shooting that they may not have a budget for a music supervisor, so they're doing a lot of the work on their own, and they may have been rubbed the wrong way by a couple artists, like, hey, you got to pay me for this. But what a lot of independent artists don't understand is that if a film takes off, you take off with it.
Right. I mean, that's crazy, because they'll go out and they'll go out and pay to get on. They'll go out and pay to pay to do an open mic, but think of indie filmmaker should pay them for a track, and he's actually putting it in a film. Like, anyway, we can't. We listen. I was gonna avoid just getting on because this whole conversation could go left and we could end up talking about all the bullshit that we see with independent artists, and that's like a whole show in itself. So I'm gonna move on past that.
We'll do that show another day.
Right. Because this is all about you guys. All right, last thing we're gonna let you go, man. Break down because I see that. Let me see over here. And I'm pulling up the images as I talk to you live on the screen on Facebook Live. I see you guys have got. Let me see. There was another one that I want to talk to you guys about. Oh yeah, the quarter. Right, the Indie Artist Showcase. I see you got Ape House. Was it at Sosa? C. Renee. Shout out to C. Renee. She's actually going to be interviewed on K-100 Radio next week. Stickum, OG Nail, OB the Boss, Maya, I think that's what that says. J1, a lot of the independent artists. How did you pick these guys for the quarter? How did you guys decide to run with these particular artists? And just give me a rundown about that event.
The quarter is, so as you and I both know, a lot of artists always ask, how can they perform? How can they perform?
Right.
So what the quarter is, this is that opportunity during SCA weekend, if you're not a nominee, for you to perform and showcase what you got in efforts to get onto the stage on Sunday. So the quarter is designed to allow artists to perform, but in addition to giving them feedback, live and direct right then and there as soon as they finish their performance. That feedback could be great record, run with it, or I think you need to go with a different record, or why did you keep performing that song too long, or it needs to be mastered, or hey, I need that copy so I can get on my station or so I can get in rotation in the clubs and everything. But the artist, that is a sponsorship package that we offer out there, and it's very minimal. It covers the artwork, 3 months of email marketing, passes to the weekend. So pretty much we want to see if artists are invested in themselves before we just give them a platform to perform on. So, you would have paid for the artwork anyways. You would have bought your tickets anyways, and you need email blasts, and we're going to give you feedback. That's what you're paying for. The performance is actually free.
All right, so we got that one, and then we also have, which I actually like, sounds a lot like our Illa Kill segment that we have over here. Of course, probably not as brutal, but yeah, similar to that. And we also, I see you have Fashion Fusion. You got, which I actually really enjoyed the last time I was down there. I actually went to that particular one when I was down there last year. Had a pretty
bet
good
you
time.
did.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Had a pretty good time up in there. You know what I'm saying? And so tell me about this one real quick, and then we'll wrap this thing up.
The Fashion Fusion is a fashion show during SEA weekend that features independent designers, models, as well on the runway. So it's a fully produced fashion show that we just want diversity in our weekend instead of performance. Music. There's more to it, to entertainment. So if you are in the entertainment business, we're trying to give you a lot of the elements of entertainment, and the culture itself. So something for the artist, something for the artist of fashion, something for the artist of film, and something for, the consumers as well.
All right. I got all that. I get it. I totally understand it, bro. And I think that's really what's starting to, just for me, what kind of set you guys, a grade above a lot of the other ones. You feel me? When you go to the award show, you're gonna see, you got film screenings, you have performances, a chance to network. You got panels. You've got the fashion. You feel me? Then you've got the actual award show. So it's and it's not in the club. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, it's not in a nightclub. You feel what I'm saying? It's in it's somewhere where even when nothing's going on, you can go down there and try your luck at some slots. Even though my look at those slots is like last time I ain't mean shit. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? You can just chill out. You know what I'm saying? And kick it around. There's not much to do. If you like to gamble, if you don't like to gamble or whatever, just go grab you something to eat or something. You feel me? Or just chill in the room or whatever. I spent a lot of time last year actually networking and sitting down in the lobby and stuff, just chopping it up with people. So again, the SCA Awards, man, it goes down starting actually Thursday. I thought it was really Friday, but he said they got events starting as early as Thursday, going all into the weekend. And the actual 14th annual SCA Awards pops off Sunday, 4 o'clock. You guys make sure you check it out, man. Janiro, before we go, man, any parting words?
Nah, really just appreciate the support of K-100 Radio. Want everybody to follow at SEA_awards on social media. Visit our website, southernentawards.com, and come out and attend the event. It's only $50 for the entire weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. $50. Get you in there everything.
All right, make sure you guys go and rock with him, man. K-100 Radio, we're live right now with Janiro, one of the organizers of the SCA Awards, man. 14 years of doing anything, you know what I'm saying, that's actually built to help support independent artists is to be commended over here at K-100 Radio. We're going into our 6th year, of existence, and trust me, man, I don't even know. 14 years from now, shit. I mean, I hope we be here, but shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I just got to give you guys a salute for the tenacity, man. You know what I'm saying? And the grind is real. I respect the platform, man.
Thank you.
You feel me? Again, last year, I just want to, real quick, let me, hold on, drop this on y'all real quick.
You nominated us, and you voted. And thanks to you, our loyal listeners, we are the Southern Entertainment Awards Radio Station of the Year 2016.
Yeah, you know what it is.
K-100 Radio.
Yeah. Just wanted to remind you guys real quick of that lituation. You know what I'm saying? Real quick of that lituation. You know what I'm saying? We are the reigning radio station of the year champs over here. So, you know, we may be taken down this year, which is okay with us, man. We got us one up under the belt. We want to spread the love. But, you know, we definitely support the platform, man. And I appreciate your time coming through, man, chopping it up with us, Janiro. We'll put this recording, of course, on SoundCloud and YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, if you missed it live, please make sure you share it, watch it. You can learn a lot about the SCA Awards. Prepare yourself for next year. Reach out to Janiro. Reach out to those guys at the SCA Awards. He talk to you about the nomination process. He talk to you about everything that they got going on. So respect the grind. Don't play yourself. You know what I'm saying? Support the platform, even if you ain't on the ballot. Maybe one day you will be. All right. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. All right.
No problem, bro, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely, bro. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for rocking with us over here at K100 Radio, man. All right, man. We out of here. All right, man. So we get ready to go. Let me see. DJ Chill Will is actually coming up next. He's on deck. All right, man. I appreciate everybody for rocking with us over here at K100 Radio, man. We getting ready to be up out of here. All right. Shouts out to everybody. Kamani. Nolo Stacks also was in this segment. And again, Janiro with the SCA Awards. I really appreciate you guys rocking with us. All right. We out of here. K100 Radio.
Artists, are you struggling with getting people to listen to your music? Do you need a bigger fan base? Real Rap Promo is here to help you. Log on to www.realrappromo.com today to see how they can help you.